everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back for some more Valentine's Day event. And this video is releasing on Valentine's Day, unless it doesn't, in which case this is going to be really awkward. But we're going to continue on for the Valentine's Day event because all the sections are out and I really need to hurry up and get this done. So this is likely going to be an extremely long video. That's right, Lucifer. No, you're not Lucifer. Are you Camilla? I'm sorry, Camilla. I didn't mean to... we have two black cats, but Camilla has a little bit of color to her. And I don't see it when it's this dark out right now. But she was meowing. Alright, let's continue on. Let's talk about what it means to love a hero. We were so happy together and we were incredibly fortunate to be wed. Our love was perfectly ordinary and we were able to nurture it in a perfectly ordinary way. We found lots of treasure together, treasures that made us happier than words can express. And since he was a hero and the Prince of Argos, we never wanted for anything. We lived in several different places over the course of our lives, but it didn't matter where we were. As long as I was with him and the rest of our family, I had everything I needed. I can't complain about a single aspect of our time together. From the moment he saved me from becoming a sacrifice, I devoted the rest of my life to loving him. I witnessed his heroism right by his side. So, you know, it's like I said. I know what it's like. I know what the people we call heroes are still just people with the same doubts and hardships as anyone else. And, as a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm here now. Interesting. Rob! I'm so fired up right now that I'm gonna toss in even more boulders. Yup! I tell you not to wear yourself out, but I'm getting tired of I'm getting tired of repeating myself. It's great that you've got energy to spare, just don't use up so much that you collapse. I won't. You really are full of energy, aren't you? Dinky Disco. I agree. I feel like I feel more energetic myself just watching you in action. Master, once we've had a little break, how about we go gather chocolate too? Yeah! Surely you do not think that an abundance of energy alone is enough to become a hero, do you? It's not? Just kidding. I knew that. Perseus wasn't full of energy all the time kind of hero either. I'm not trying to be like anyone specific, I'm just trying to do the best I can in my own way. As for all my energy, I just kind of get like that whenever I try my best at something. So she wants to be a hero, huh? Like Saitama. You want to try becoming a hero? I know what you're thinking. What business does someone like me have trying to be a hero? But please don't take it too seriously, okay? This is more just a personal goal of mine. Like, I want to selflessly help as many people as I can, but that's also being driven by kind of a selfish desire. I'm pretty selfish a lot of the time, actually. What? She's downplaying her feelings by laughing like some mustache twirler. Anyway, that's all there is to it. So if I ever say anything weird, just chalk it up to that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get this show back on the ship back in the river. Should have said, let's get this show back on the rowboat. That would have been good. But we're not on a rowboat, and we're on the Santa Maria. It definitely seemed like there was more going on. Alright, that's all to take care of this latest boulder. You know, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. You called those chains of yours the Oracle's Chain Nereids, right? I don't think that's how you say them, but that's how I'm choosing to say them. Where did that name come from? Oh, that? There's no deep meaning to it. I just kind of felt like calling them that, so I did. The Nereids. Isn't that the name of the divine sea nymph that led you to being sacrificed in the first place? Uh-huh. There was an oracle who said I had to be sacrificed because they were so angry. And now they say that's how I ended up chained to that boulder. They say? They say. So basically, I have these chains because of the Neroid's wrath, which we know about from that oracle. But that's way too long, so I just started calling them Oracle's Chain Neroids for short. I see. Well, that leads me straight to my next question about the nitty-gritty details. There are different accounts about why the Neroids were so mad at you in the first place. One says it was because your mother, Cassiopeia, boasted about being just as beautiful as them. And another says she was boasting about your beauty instead. Which one was it? Actually, I'd rather keep that a secret if you don't mind. Oh, man. But I can't say I'm surprised. Sometimes it's just rude to go prying too deep into a heroic spirit's past. Sometimes there are cases where even they don't remember what happened anymore. So if you don't want the answers, that's fine. Besides, there's no fun in just having an answer handed to you. Great, thanks! In exchange, I'm happy to talk about anything else. What about Perseus, then? Would you be willing to tell us about him? We have several Medusas back at Chaldea. It's true, we do. So he's not exactly a subject we can comfortably discuss there. Whoa, you have Medusas? Plural? I can see how that'd be awkward. Actually, thinking about it some more, I'd rather not talk about Perseus either. Sorry. So much for anything else. It seems there's a great deal you cannot tell us, girl. If you mean to betray us, I suggest you tell us now, so I can prepare just the right poison for the occasion. Oh no, it's not like that. It's just, when it comes to actually talking about him, I just kind of get a little embarrassed. I mean, you don't usually talk about romance with people you only just met, right? At least that's my impression. I know I would do that instantly with people, sure. That would definitely be something that I don't see a real issue with. Maybe there's someone out there who just really loves their significant other. Like, you go, guy. Oh, good point. Talking about romance is more Suzuka's thing, so I don't have much experience with it either. But now that you mention it, that does seem right. So maybe we can try again once we've all gotten to know each other a little better. Yeah, there you go. Sorry again. Haha. And here I thought girls your age generally talked about nothing but romance. Well, I mean, obviously we have a lot of people with some crazy romance stories in the Greek myth community. But it's true that you do. But whether you can actually talk openly about your own kind of depends on the person, you know? Someone hit our... Damn it! Another new river? It looks that way, Master. Who is it this time? It's a hammer. I was gonna say it looked like a little bit like something else there for a bit, but I see now that it's supposed to be a hammer. A bunch of saints in there? Is this gonna be Karen? Yeah, you're discussing love? That's fine. I'm always ready to talk about mine. In fact, every statue I make is an expression of the love I have for my king. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, yes, this makes sense. Where's your big ass pants? There, on the other ship. It's Galatea. Let's see. Yep, she's giving off the same kind of readings as Rama, so the real Galatea is still in Chaldea, still in English, and that's a Choco servant made for her desire to see the person she misses, and, well, chocolate. A Choco servant? I have never heard that phrase before, but that's no problem. I'm not interested anyway. My only interest is in seeing my king once more. Whoa, that lady's a real statuesque beauty. Hmm? I can feel Lady Aphrodite's blessing pulsing slightly. It seems I'm far from the only Greek here. I guess the Neroid, Cetus, and Poseidon have a pretty distinctive smell, huh? Well, never mind that. So you have someone you miss a lot too, huh? I do. My husband and king, Pygmalion. Our love was so great that even the gods gave us their blessing. I was transformed from a statue into a human. I must see him again, no matter what. I must do whatever I can to repay his love. For I love him too, with all my heart and soul. I'm impressed. She can say that with a straight face. We know firsthand how strong Galatea's feelings are. She's not gonna back down just like Rama didn't. Yeah, I can tell how genuine her love is too. It's so strong that it's basically all she needs, even at the expense of her own mind. Of course my love is genuine. But I don't see why you think that makes me some sort of berserk warrior who turned off her brain for it. Well, it's because you're a fucking berserker. Isn't she actually a berserker? Thank you, Da Vinci. As proof, I'm willing to engage in a peaceful, civilized contest to resolve this conflict. We will calmly and rationally expound on our love and our desire to see the person we miss more than anything. And whoever convinces the other that their feelings are stronger will be allowed to proceed. I assure you, I am prepared to win. All I need to do is keep talking until you admit defeat. My love is infinite, so I can talk about my feelings for my king for days on end. And as a Greek statue, I can easily withstand inclement weather as well. Just look at how many others have remained intact for thousands of years. Now, where to begin? What do we start with our favorite features from our loved ones' bodies? I'll go first. His shoulder blade lines. Man, you're strong. I can't believe you just out and said something like that. I don't know if I'm cut out for this kind of contest. I see. Then I win by default. And as the winner, I'm going to keep my river going with what else my statue trait. All I need to do is see my king again now to keep making All I need to do to see my king again now is to keep making statues. Something I've been doing all this time already. I'll start by finishing up one that was nearly complete. Come on, girl. Now is no time to be backing down. Your opponent means business. For now, I'll throw in more boulders to matter. That helped. We're back to a deadlock again. Should I keep going then? That'd be better than nothing, but I doubt your boulders alone will be enough to break past her. We'll need to use your opponent's trait to further our river, so like we did with the bananas. Exactly, the statues she's been throwing into her river are treated as the same material as your boulders. Which means our boulders are counting as her statues here, effectively giving her double river fuel for free. So there's no way we'll be able to beat her by playing fair. Then what do? I think I have some good news. Galatea seems to be very particular about each statue living up to her high standards. Which means she's not going about it very quickly. I hope we can use that time to come up with a strategy. The best thing probably be if we could throw in statues of our own to give ourselves a boost, like we did with the bananas. As a member of royalty, surely you must have studied at least one form of art, no? Well, I did have tutors, but I usually slipped out my classes to go swimming, so... Can't say I'm surprised. Is there anything we can do, Da Vinci? Good question. Since we have some time to spare, maybe we can scrap together enough resources to send someone in to help. Oh, maybe we can call on the real Galatea from Chaldea then. I had the same thought, but she actually just turned me down. She said there'd be no point in contesting her love for her king with her own self. And we can't force her to agree. I understand where she's coming from, too. It is true that fighting another version of yourself made from chocolate is nothing less than a nightmare. So I am leaving the thinking to you. Even if it does take your opponent time to finish her statue, she will still overwhelm us eventually if we do not keep up our resistance. So I'll release the stockpile of boulders I have accumulated thus far. Wait, I have an idea. What was that? You have another use for these boulders in mind? What do you mean? Couldn't you just get Medusa to use her powers and then they're turned to statues or something? That's my current assumption. We'll see if it's true. Go in, Joey. The plan is quantity over quality. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. You made the right decision calling on me. I too take issue with one thing though. My mass production quality is just fine. I can churn out perfectly satisfactory articles at downright criminal speeds. All I need is this gizmo I whipped up with my incredible genius, the direct current fully automatic rock person conversion machine. Wow, I don't know what half those words mean, but it sounds amazing. I'm sorry I didn't keep up with my studies more. I don't think I could understand what's amazing about, no matter how simply you explained it. That's quite all right, my fair and energetic young lady. In fact, that's the greatest compliment an inventor can receive. You don't need to understand inventions for them to be useful. All sorts of problems can crop up from understanding them too well. Court battles, cheap imitations from competitors who don't know their plays. I don't know how your lion mask works either, but it's amazing too. It looks so real. That's because it's not a mask at all, young lady. So would you please stop tugging on my beard? Rest assured that you don't need to understand how this head of mine works either. And that goes to you fuckers also trying to understand how I am the president, how I got this way. Anyways, trust me when I say this gizmo here is something special. So, how do we use it? Simply hit the switch, throw in the necessary amount of rocks, and... it uses those rocks as materials to make new statues automatically, like so. I just wished it had a little more time. That way I could make the statues move around autonomously too. Nah, this is plenty. The important thing is that we've now got a way to make statues that'll work with the other rivers straight. Maybe we can't compete with Galatea's statues as beautiful works of art, but this should at least be enough to match her in numbers. We're definitely outpacing her in units per hour now. Of course, it's like an open question as to whether the lower quality of our mass-produced stone statues will make a difference in our river's propulsion. But the only way we'll find out is try and see how it goes. Then that just leaves the question of material? Indeed, not even a genius of my caliber can make something out of nothing. This is only a test run. The machines will soon shut down unless we can keep providing it with rocks. Then we're all set. I'll feed the rocks for as long as my magical energy lasts. We'll get more too. Right, Master. Fortunately, Semiramis has already figured out where we can find more rock piles. Right, Semiramis? Oh, very well. Put on the hard head. Come, I will find you the way. Let us hurry and get this over with. All right, let's get to rocking, get to rolling. And like I always do, shout outs for Gay for Edison, the biggest, gayest fan of Edison, who lost to Final Fantasy 14 when they stopped playing this game to go play Final Fantasy 14. All right, let's see. Who do I want to use for this one? Obviously, if I can find... I cannot find. Actually, Morgan works out pretty well. They'll go to Buster Team, go to the Toon Squad. Yeah, something like this I think is perfectly fine. I just realized, does she have... Okay, let me... Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It shouldn't be that hard, actually, now that I think about it. I was giving it a little bit of thought. Let's continue forward, though. Oh, God. Okay. Well, the good thing I brought AoE units, huh? Go here, go here. Go there. There. Go here. Okay. And let me do something real quick. Alright, alright, alright. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit him with that AoE. No chains of misfortune! Hey, 81% ain't bad. Not bad. I think that means I can then go here then, right? Because this gives enough? Yeah, it does actually. I'll be damned. Alright, summon 4 of the giant sky whale. I mean, not sky whale. Space is the sky. I guess sky is not space because I guess in the sky there's air, but in space there's no air, so no, they're not the same. Crazy to think about now that I put it out there, but yeah, no, that makes sense. I've made myself. Galatea! Lady Galatea! Another statue for our king. Damn, big defense up. It'd be crazy if you were potentially going to live this turn. But you are not. So here, just in case. And then Morgan will help clean up if I don't get him killed. Sacrifice chain lock. Neredze. Bye bye. Oh, dynamite. I was wondering, what did she say? She's saying dynamite. Dynamite though. The river's flowing again. The plan worked. We did it. So once again, I won't get to see my beloved king. Once again, my love has failed. It's okay. There was nothing at all wrong with your love. I guarantee it. Then why did I fail to reach him? Because I failed to meet my deadline? Maybe. But I think it's more like it just wasn't meant to happen for you at this time and place. I see. That's too bad. I miss him. I miss him so much. But I'm sure my love will reach him one day, as long as I don't give up. I've always believed that. This time, he'll just be going on ahead of me, right? That's right. It's not about whose love is stronger or weaker. I'm just going first. That's all. Come to think of it, I never did take a turn, did I? This is a little embarrassing, but since you told me a little about the person you love, I don't think it'd be fair if I didn't return the favor. The person I want to see again is named Perseus. He came down from the sky and saved me from being eaten by a monster. There are lots of things I love about him, so many I couldn't even count them all. He's very strong and very kind. He's honest and straightforward and kind of a crybaby even. He's a great hero who's never given up and who's always succeeds. Everyone knows how wonderful he is. I see. I don't know how he compares to King Pygmalion, but it does sound like the object of your affection is a great man. It makes sense that you'd miss him. Well, that's part of it, sure, but that's not all there is to it. Sure, he was a great hero, had everything and could do anything. But that wasn't all there was to him. There was also sides to him that I think only I knew, and it's those sides I miss more than anything. That's why I'm here now. I see. Alright. Now that I've seen that expression of yours, I'm willing to let this go. Because that is unmistakably the face of a woman in love. Now I know what theme and motif to use for my next piece. Huh? I don't know what she's talking about at the end, but I'm glad it sounded like she made her peace with this. Look, another piece of chocolate. Ooh, piece of candy. Yes, it looks like a cute miniature form of Galatea. She must have carved that out of her own core in the last moments before she disappeared. Impressive. Hang on. Maybe I could give Senpai a cute miniaturized version of her in chocolate form this year. Senpai, I've given you a tiny version of yourself. On second thought, never mind. I do think it would make for a very unique... I do think it would make for a very unique Valentine. But I don't think I have the technical skills to make it at the quality it would deserve. I'll have to remember this idea before I make my final decision, just in case. Yeah, it's really impressive, but now I definitely can't eat it or throw it away. Guess I'll just hang on to it then. Anyway, we managed to win the second river battle too. Yay! Sure did. The river's flowing nicely again, so let's say we get this ship back on the way to its destination. All this talk about love is giving me hives. What, you never talk about love yourself, Empress? Isn't there anyone you're interested in? No, there is not. Why are you all looking at each other like that? Be honest, there's someone, isn't there? One more word and we will have war on our hands. Come on, Galante and I talked about the people we love. It's no fair for you not to do the same. So come on, spill already. Hanging Gardens, activate. Empress, wait, can't we talk about this? Boom. All right, well, I have to do the next battle here, but I'll consider it done for right now. That's a good Valentine's Day oneer. I felt that was very sweet. I kind of digging so far the Valentine story that they're telling. I'm also a pretty big proponent on the bummer endings on romance stories. I think actually, if I was to actually think about which romance stories I like the most, it's usually the ones that don't end well. I'm not a big believer in the happy ending type of dealios. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back maybe tomorrow with another video. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.